Hi everyone and welcome to EuroTV News. Nowadays, who doesn't know the NBA, the biggest basketball league in the world located in the US? Before we go to the main topic of this video, here's a little background on the NBA.
Created in 1946 with only 11 teams, the NBA today has now 30 teams, including a Canadian team, divided into two conferences, one in the West and one in the East. From October to April, each team plays 82 games and only the top 8 teams from each conference gets to the playoffs to determine the NBA champion in June. Now that you know more about the NBA, let's move on to the main topic of this video. You probably know MMA, this rather violent combat sport known throughout the world that has nothing to do with the NBA, by the way. Well, sometimes the NBA gets close to MMA with many fights between players and even between fans.
The most famous example of a fight took place on November 19, 2004 in Detroit. During the Indiana Pacers' victory over the Detroit Pistons, the Detroit fan threw his cup at Indiana players, run arrest. The latter decided to physically attack this fan. As a result, a general fight broke out between players and fans. The NBA sanctions were unprecedented for the time. Roller tests took the biggest sanction of all the time, an entire season without being able to play, and he had to pay around $5 million. Because of these fights, according to Indiana Pacers legend Reggie Miller, the NBA title slipped away from them that day because he genuinely believed he had a team to win the championship this year.
Speaking of Reggie Miller, he was involved in another fight, but with less violence. During a game between the Indiana Pacers and the Chicago Bulls in 1993, Reggie Miller came to blows with the great Michael Jordan. Because of this, Reggie Miller ended the game on the bench, while Michael Jordan continued the game. But the referee's decision not to eject Jordan created a controversy. Jordan was therefore suspended for one match and fined $11,000, while Reggie Miller was only suspended for one match and fined $6,000. As such, even the best player in the league doesn't have only good sides.
In brief, we have seen in these videos examples of moments where the NBA has come very close to MMA. Other players like Draymond Green or Dennis Rodman are also known to be fiery and intervene in fights. But we will see that in a future video. Goodbye and see you soon on EuroTV News.